for those that love others, by J.N. Wdowski. For your full enjoyment, be sure to read or listen to the end. Part 2, From Above. 1 month later. The light rains of the day, by evening, had turned into flurries of the first snows of winter. Mrs. Petrovsky and Tricia had already headed home. Diana stayed behind to work on a new card for Mr. Porter. She was doing this one for free, since the previous cards, that he had paid $20 each, still had not gotten the results he wanted. Mrs. Petrovsky politely thanked him for each card, but would still not agree to go on a date with him. Diana began to worry that the reason she had so many rejection letters, and none of her cards had the desired effect on Mrs. Petrovsky, was the fact her works were not good. She began to doubt herself greatly. She worried she was delusional, that her making and writing greeting cards was only a hobby, nothing more. Were her efforts just the dreams of a no-talented wannabe? She looked down at her newest creation she had just made, with disgust. She picked up the card and tore it into several pieces, throwing them into the waste paper bin under the counter. Putting away her art supplies, she looked out the window at the darkened night and watched snowflakes silently float down through the beams of the streetlights. Why can't I create something that simple and that beautiful? She thought to herself. She stood up and walked to the back room to grab her brown wool coat and shut off the lights. Stepping outside the shop, she closed and locked the door with her keychain, with the plastic and gold unicorn hanging from it. Disappointed, she turned to head home for the evening. The earlier rains, though, had frozen into black ice. She slipped, panicking, losing her balance. She fell hard on her piku. Sitting on the cold ice, her rear hurt. She closed her eyes with more disenchantment in herself. "You are an idiot." "No, Diana, you are not." She heard a male voice. Opening her eyes, a handsome man in his early 30s stood over her. He was clean-shaven with a strong jawline. His hair was brown, short and slightly wavy. His eyes were a green and brown hazel as he smiled down at her. Around his head was a halo of light. He seemed angelic to her as he smiled with lovely white teeth. Where did you come from?" She looked up at him, still amazed by the glow of his angel lighting. "I didn't see anyone else outside." She then realized that the streetlight was directly behind his head, giving him the illusion of a halo. "I have always been here, Diana." He offered her a helping hand up. She took his hand as he effortlessly helped her back onto her feet. She began to slip on the black ice again, but this time he prevented her from falling. "How do you know my name?" She felt oddly safe in his arms. "Who are you?" "Do I know you?" "My name is Michael." "No, you do not know me." Not until now. As he helped her back to the security of the front door of the shop, she realized that at this angle, the streetlight was no longer behind him, yet he still maintained his halo of angel light. "I am a muse." "A muse?" She took hold of the door handle, not wanting to slip again. "Well, that is what the ancient Greeks called me." "I am actually an angel." "Your angel," he clarified, letting go of her, since she was no longer at risk of falling. She then started to worry she was talking to a madman. She looked up and down the deserted strip mall for anyone else to come to her rescue. She decided to humor him. "My angel? Lucky me, I have my own angel." I realized it is difficult to believe, especially in this day and age. "I can prove it." He closed his eyes and vanished right before her. Shocked, she blurted out, "I am the one going mad." She then heard a light knock on the glass door behind her. Turning slowly to look into the shop, Michael was standing on the other side of the glass door, inside Mrs. Petrovsky's gift and card shop. "You are not crazy." "I am for real." He opened the locked door and stepped outside, holding a bag of salt, as he began spreading the salt on the pavement outside the shop. She quickly re-entered the shop, closed the door, and locked herself inside. She then dug into her handbag for her cell phone to call 911. Michael looked at her and smiled. Without opening the door, he walked through it as if the glass was not even there. He waved his hand at her, fumbling with her phone. Her phone lost all its bars. If you call them, they will not see me. Only you can see me, Diana. I am your angel. If they come, they will think you are crazy. But you are not. I am as real as you are. Diana stepped back from him. She was confused and worried. You're my muse, my guardian angel? She opened and closed her eyes to see if he was really in front of her. His halo of light never faded. Yes, he smiled. I am here to help you, Diana. You have nothing to fear. So you will tell me what to create, how to make my cards? She asked, holding tightly to the counter behind her. Oh no, I cannot do that. I am not human. I can inspire only. Humans can create. It is the one thing angels envy humanity for. He took one small step back from her, wanting to assure her he was not a threat. Angels envy humans? She questioned. When God created you in his image, it was not really his physical image. I mean, when you see him, he materializes as a force of nature, a burning bush that does not burn, a spiral of flame or cloud, often a disembodied voice that is everywhere around you. Yet not there, Michael explained. The actual Hebrew word is not image, but likeness. He created mankind in his likeness. You have his free will and his ability to create. We cannot create. As for free will, those that tried were tossed out of heaven with the fallen one. Humans can create? We do not have the powers of gods, she pointed out. You do? You have the ability to create art, literature, music, invent, and most importantly, life, Michael explained. He has given humanity a gift he had never given us angels. I can inspire, but I cannot create. I cannot make life. So everyone gets a muse? But not everyone is creative in the arts or sciences, she countered. Why me? You are correct, that not everyone has those talents, and some, unfortunately, sell their souls to the fallen one for those gifts. Yet, some do have that rare natural talent. A few, though, just need a little inspiration. You do have the talent. It is there. I'm only here to help bring it to the surface. Again, why me? She asked again. Have you ever stolen anything? Even a piece of candy from the corner store? He asked, already knowing the answer. No, she replied. Have you ever cheated on a test or an exam? He stepped a little closer to her, seeing she was becoming more at ease with his presence. Of course not, she honestly answered. Have you lied to others for your own personal gain? Well, no. Not really. I don't like to lie, she confirmed. And have you ever played with another's heart? No, never. I wouldn't do that. I have had men do that to me, she stated. That is why I am here, Diana. To your core, you are a good person, he smiled. So inspire me, she challenged him. The card for Mr. Porter. What about it? She asked. Have you thought of just asking him why he loves Mrs. Wdowski so much? No, I haven't, but you knew that already, didn't you? She let go of the counter behind her, feeling more comfortable with him. Try asking him, then make the card for him. Michael smiled and then imploded into a white ball of light, vanishing before her. She pinched her hand to see if she was dreaming. Ouch! Oh, and watch out for the black ice on your way home tonight. His disembodied voice reminded her before fading away. Please continue to Part 3, Inspiration.
To support the author, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.